Hi, I'm Ray Collins. Haley is off tonight. Police in Dallas say it was one man acting alone who shot and killed 5 officers last night. The suspect, Micah Johnson, told police he was angry over this week's shooting deaths of 2 black men by police and he wanted to kill white police officers. And as protests take place nationwide again tonight, questions still remain in the Dallas investigation. Besides the 5 officers killed, 6 others were injured, including a civilian. Let's go live to Dallas now for more on the story from Marcy Gonzalez. Marcy?
Hey, good evening. Some of the streets here in downtown Dallas are still blocked off as police gather evidence. And though investigators believe the gunman acted alone, tonight they're still trying to figure out whether anyone knew about his plan to ambush and kill officers here.
I pray that these senseless acts are stopped.
Saluting the 5 brave officers who lost their lives protecting others. Running toward the gunfire and chaos in downtown Dallas Thursday night. Go! Shot to death by a lone sniper. 43-year-old Brent Thompson, married just 2 weeks ago. Sergeant Michael Smith, Officer Patrick Zamarripa, a father and veteran of 3 tours in Iraq. Senior Corporal Lorne Aarons and Officer Michael Kroll. At the end of what started as a peaceful protest against police brutality, investigators say they were all targeted for their race and their uniform.
He said he was upset about the recent police shootings. The suspect stated he wanted to kill white people, especially white officers.
The gunman, 25-year-old Micah Johnson, killed by police. Investigators say he had no criminal history, no ties to foreign terror groups. Inside the former Army reservist's home, investigators finding bomb-making materials, weapons, and ammo. 3 other suspects taken into custody, now released, as police say the investigation is just beginning.
What we don't know is who, if anybody, may have known what the gunman knew, what he was going to do, may have assisted him.
And police say Johnson also injured 9 people, including 7 police officers. And tonight we're told they are all expected to survive. Live in Dallas, Marcy Gonzalez, ABC News. Now back to you.
It's good to hear. Thank you, Marcy. Now, due to the shooting, President Obama is cutting short his European trip to return to the White House. He plans on going to Dallas early next week. We have reaction now from local chiefs of police here on the Suncoast. The police chief in Bradenton, Melanie Bevan, reminded her staff, while we grieve for our fallen officers, don't allow this shameless act to detract from our vigilance. Other agencies also use social media today. In the wake of the police shootings in Minnesota and Louisiana, law enforcement say it's essential to rebuild trust.
The trust comes both sides because police officers really depend on the citizens in our community to keep them safe also.
As our communities change, they want service more than policing. And we're training our deputies that, and we're training our law enforcement officers that. We continue to evolve with communities and society.
An incident such as this isn't something that we can recover from that easily. It may be hundreds of miles away, but it feels like it's right here.
Local police are also wearing black bands across their badges, an action usually reserved for a death within the state. To show their support, some residents brought flowers and food to Bradenton police officers today. Other local agencies also received thank you notes and food. We also spoke with Arlene Sweeting. She has led movements both locally and nationally as director of the Peace Education and Action Center. She worries the violence can actually hurt the Black Lives Matter campaign.
I think people will use it against the movement to try to damage the movement. So that's why those of us, working with them need to say no. Let's not let that happen.
Sweeting attests to the positive relationship that officers maintain with the public on the Suncoast. Others on the Suncoast are also making efforts to keep the peace. The NAACP is reaching out to other local civil rights groups and law enforcement. The hope is to start a dialogue and bridge the gap between police and residents.
When you see it consistently happening over and over and over again, there's a systematic issue there that we got to try to figure out what is the systematic issue that we're having, and then we got to try to address it.
A community conversation is set for this Wednesday night at Bethel CME Church at 6:30, and Chief DePino says that she'll be there as well. The presumptive presidential candidates both spoke today about what happened last night in Dallas. It marked a rare moment during this campaign season where both shared the same sentiment, unity.
Now is the time for prayers, love, unity, and leadership. Our children deserve a better future than what we're making them live through today. But to get them there, we must work together and stand together.
We have so much more to be done, and we've got to get about the business of doing it. We can't be engaging in hateful rhetoric or incitement of violence. We need to be bringing people together.
Both candidates changed their campaign schedules today following last night's attack. Trump canceled his campaign event in Miami. Clinton postponed an event in which she was supposed to appear with Vice President Joe Biden, though she did speak tonight at the African Methodist Episcopal Convention. She addressed the shootings of Alton Sterling and Philando Castile. The Bahamian government issued a rare travel advisory. They're warning citizens there to exercise caution if they come to the U.S. The advisory urged young males to be careful in affected cities and their interaction with police. The U.S. often puts out similar advisories. In fact, one earlier this year about the Bahamas, which caused some complaints from merchants in the tourism-dependent island nation. Miami-Dade police gave the all-clear after earlier warnings of a bomb threat and a shooting tonight. Officers evacuated Nicholas Children's Hospital as a precaution. They searched the building for explosives or an active shooter. They found neither, and the hospital resumed operations by 8 o'clock this evening.
We train very hard for these scenarios. We collaborate. The hospital clearly had an effective strategy to move these young children, which is actually the most priority right now, that we're dealing with sick children here and worried parents, and they effectively moved them out and helped us significantly on that process.
Police say there were several phone calls making threats to the hospital tonight, but they're not sure yet who made those calls. In other news now, the verdict is in for Commissioner Susan Chapman in Sarasota, and the judge says she didn't violate the Sunshine Law. More now on the ruling, the appeal, and the legal fees from our Dwayne Lindo. Dwayne?
Well, Ray, this was a trial costing Sarasota taxpayers well over $300,000. And even though there's a judgment, it may cost even more.
When City Commissioner Susan Chapman heard the judgment on her trial that took place a couple months ago, she only had one word:
relief.
Commissioner Chapman cleared of any wrongdoing. The judge said Citizens for Sunshine had not proven a violation of the Sunshine Law.
I was listening to my constituents. I didn't go out to pick this fight. They picked it against me.
But many Sarasota taxpayers, like Martin Hyde, took issue with Chapman defending the lawsuit, footing the bill for Chapman's legal fees totaling more than $340,000.
At the end of the day, it's still $350,000. Citizens for Sunshine, as far as I know, is a shell corporation without any assets. So that $350,000 is never coming back.
Chapman chose to fight it.
When they are sued for something in their official duties, which I was only at that meeting in my official duties of listening to the citizens, that they are entitled to representation at the cost of the city and not at their personal cost.
But Hyde thinks differently.
It's as much as some people make in half a lifetime. And to use it up on something as vague as this when we have so many other issues doesn't make any sense to me.
And for Sarasota taxpayers like Hyde, it may get worse. The group, Citizens for Sunshine, plans to appeal. Michael Barfield making a statement saying, "We note that the judge made factual findings that are inconsistent with the ultimate conclusion. We respectfully disagree with the ruling, and the board has authorized an appeal that both Chapman and Hyde are expecting."
And I'm pretty sure that if CFS don't go after it, then someone at the state level will.
Now, this whole case stems from a merchants meeting nearly 3 years ago about the homeless issue. Another commissioner was president, and since the issue was probably going to come up, some said they wouldn't both be there without the public being notified. The judge disagreed.
Dwayne, Chapman's term is up in March. I understand you also asked her about her future plans as far as politically.
Yes, I did, and she refused to give a straight answer.
Thank you, Dwayne Lindo, for that update on today's trial. Other news now, Governor Rick Scott is going across the pond to get more companies to invest in Florida. He'll once again attend a major air show in England along with members of Enterprise Florida. Now, Florida will have a pavilion in one of the show's exhibition halls. Scott led similar missions to the same air show in the past. Let's get that all-important weekend forecast now. Meteorologist John Scalzi in for Bob Harrigan. John?
Yeah, looks good for us tonight, Ray. I think we're going to have some pretty quiet conditions. We have a few showers in the center part of the state, kind of coming over from the other coast, riding on that easterly flow. But for us here locally, everything is looking pretty good for the overnight. May wake up to a shower or two along the coastline tomorrow as we start to develop a westerly wind. But boy, we had some pretty good showers during the day today, especially around Lakewood Ranch and also in Hardee, DeSoto County, some pretty good storms inland. Also in the easternmost parts of Charlotte County. Rainfall totals were impressive if you were under these storms. Yeah, almost 4-inch rainfalls, 2.5. But they didn't move all that much. So you had to really be under one of them to get the rain because the rain was not coming to you. These showers grew up and died basically in the same place. Temperatures across the region at this hour are kind of uncomfortably sticky. 85 degrees in Wauchula, 85 in Sarasota, 84 in Venice, 83 in Arcadia. Overnight lows probably bottoming out around 82, 81 or so. And as we head into tomorrow, it'll be another warm one. Forecast coming up in a sec.
All right, talk to you soon. Thank you, John. Well, good news. Report cards are in, and Sarasota is one of just 3 counties statewide to average an A grade in the schools. The news is not as good for Manatee County, which received a C grade. Districts are graded based on standardized test scores and something called learning gains through those scores. 2 districts received failing grades, but those were both outside the Suncoast area. Straight ahead, the official Suncoast forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi. Plus, concerns about a planned water park in Manatee County. We'll tell you why. And a museum in Venice wants to move. We'll tell you where after this.
Across America with Mega Jackpots, it's Mega Millions.
What's up, America? I'm John Crowder. It's Friday, July 8th, and tonight's Mega Millions jackpot is an estimated annuitized $540 million. To win that jackpot, you must match these 5 white balls plus that gold mega ball. Now, let's see if I can make you a millionaire tonight. Our first winning number tonight is 20. That's followed by 19. Up next, we have 55. Your next number is 73, and your final white ball for this Friday evening is 8. Now for the Mega Ball. Tonight's Mega Ball number is 5. Again, tonight's winning numbers are 20, 19, 55, 73, 8, and the gold Mega Ball is 5. Now, if no one matches all 6 numbers, Tuesday's jackpot could be $630 million. Good luck and play on, America.
Hurricane season is here. Are you prepared? ABC7 has the information you need. Access our special Surviving a Hurricane now. Learn how to prepare a readiness plan and survival kit. Know your evacuation route. Be prepared, Suncoast, when severe weather threatens. Access our special on our ABC7 app and all our live streaming platforms.
Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, and Roku.
They say good things come to those that wait. Well, you've waited long enough. You deserve to feel fabulous in your fashionable new Fiat 500X from Alfa Romeo Fiat in Sarasota. Boldly innovative, seductively stylish. Fiat gives you everything you'd expect from a capable utility vehicle, like a spacious interior and advanced safety systems, designed and built like a sexy little Sportster. Don't wait any longer. You deserve to feel fabulous. Get a new Fiat at Alfa Romeo Fiat of Sarasota.
Getting older shouldn't mean giving up all the things she loves to do. It should just mean, well, finding new ways to do them. Right at Home's professional team thoughtfully selects caregivers to provide help with personal care, housekeeping, and of course, meal preparation.
Oh, that smells so good. Oh, and it tastes good too.
We can provide the right care right at home.
Whether you're a homeowner looking for a professional installation or a contractor looking for top quality products, Sarasota Glass and Mirror can meet your every need.
For 42 years, Sarasota Glass and Mirror has been the area's premier supplier and installer of quality glass products for your home or business. As an authorized PGT WinGuard dealer, we know how to protect your home with everything from the PGT WinGuard impact-resistant windows and doors to shower enclosures and decorative mirrors. The Sarasota Glass and Mirror team has the knowledge to tackle any project.
Looks
Looks like we're getting another new neighbor.
Now you could be the millionaire next door. Play Monopoly Florida Edition scratch-off games with a top prize of $5 million. The Florida Lottery. Just imagine.
Helping organize a tennis event in the morning with about 85 little kids, hoping for some nice weather in the morning, John.
I suggest lots of water.
idea,
That's
yeah.
for sure. Make sure if you're going to be doing anything out of doors that you stop frequently to hydrate, because it's going to be warm again.
Sultry weather tonight.
Yeah, it is. And during the daytime, if you aren't lucky enough to be under one of those cooling showers, you know, you're up to about 105, 108 degree heat index. Today, we did in Sarasota benefit from one of those cooling showers. Our temperature actually dropped better than 10 degrees in the course of a couple of hours just because of the outflow of a thunderstorm at Lakewood Ranch. We made it up to 96 degrees. That's about 6 degrees above average for this time of year, so very warm indeed. And then in the afternoon, when we had that big thunderstorm in Lakewood Ranch, we got a little narrow funnel of cooler air that moved right over Sarasota from about Onico, actually, down through about Bee Ridge Road, Clark Road, and it lowered temperatures down to 78 degrees, from 95 to 78 in the course of just about 2 hours. So significant cooling, as we all know, with thunderstorms in the afternoon if we get them. Normal is 90, so obviously we're running on the warm side. Been running on the warm side all week long, so it's been a very warm week, and that trend will continue for the next couple of days for sure. 85 currently with a dew point of 74. We have a northwest wind coming in lightly at about 3. As that land breeze begins to develop, I think we might see a shower or two along the coastline in the morning, where right now you've got 87 degrees at Longboat Key, 84 degrees in Venice, 83 in Inglewood, 84 in Bradenton Parish at 85, Lakewood Ranch at 84, 85 at Mayaca City, same thing in Wauchula, and Arcadia coming in at 83. And Northport at 83 as well. So not a lot of activity currently on radar. A couple of showers well inland. That's about it. Didn't have much today at all, really. We had some up around Ocala, some down to the south, and then that line of showers mostly in inland Hardy and DeSoto and over Lakewood Ranch and parts of Charlotte County as well. But right now everything is very quiet and expected to be so over the course of the weekend. Across the nation, we've got some hot spots, though. The Northeast seeing a little bit of light rainfall, showery activities. Pacific Northwest seeing some rainfall as well. The hot spots really have been Oklahoma, where there's been wind-damaging storms, and also in the mid-Atlantic, we're seeing some pretty rough weather back toward parts of Kentucky as well. Some wind damage up near Nashville, Tennessee. And then back toward areas of the Carolinas in the Piedmont, we're seeing some wind damage caused by some storms there. Everything highlighted here in yellow are watch boxes in progress. Tennessee seeing some watch boxes up there right now as well. So some rough weather in parts of the Deep South. And tomorrow, I think that chance of severe weather extends toward Atlanta. So if you are traveling, just be aware that there could be some rough weather near Atlanta tomorrow. High pressure has provided us with that westerly wind flow consistently, but over the course of the next several days, that high is going to lift north, going to move east, and the wind that we've had out of the east will shift to a wind that we'll have out of the southeast, or the wind that we had out of the west, rather, will shift to a wind that's out of the southeast. And what that southeast wind will do will be to push right up against the sea breeze that we get, and as the sea breeze dies, the showers that have built will be pushed back to the coast. Normally those sea breeze showers build in inland areas, Hardy and DeSoto. And for the last several days, they have generally either died out in place or moved toward the other coast. Well, next week, they'll start moving back toward our coast, so everybody will get a chance at seeing some showers. That'll probably happen on Tuesday or Wednesday. Before then, a few strong, slow-moving storms will be building in inland areas mostly, while the coast stays mostly dry, except for a slight chance of a morning shower, as the RPM computer model here kind of picturizes. The showers building near the coast, then move inland in the afternoon and carry on toward the other coast. Then Sunday morning, same thing, near the coast, and then they move inland where they basically just die out. So for boaters today, tomorrow, we'll look for a west wind again, 2-foot seas, light chop, 20% chance of showers over the weekend, and then we'll double that rain chance next work week. Ray?
Thank you, John. On Capitol Hill, the House has passed Congressman Buchanan's bill aimed at reducing heroin and opioid addiction. The legislation includes a number of anti-drug provisions, such as establishing grant programs to provide abuse prevention and treatment services. Treatments would include programs for veterans and funding for pregnant mothers and children. The bill now heads to the Senate for consideration. Some good news on the U.S. job market today. Employers shook off 2 months of weak hiring and added 287,000 jobs in June. That high number suggests the economy is recovering from a weak winter and spring. The unemployment rate rose from 4.7 to 4.9% as more Americans began looking for jobs. Today's report also suggests the U.S. economy was improving before the UK's vote to leave the European Union. Here on the Sun Coast, not everyone wants a new water park in Manatee County. Some residents in Heritage Harbor east of the interstate are opposed. In fact, they're concerned about extra traffic in the area, losing the current Tom Bennett Park, and they wonder what happens if the water park doesn't work out.
The main concern is it's a partnership between the county and a developer to give them the land, the park land, for free, and then get into some kind of a profit-sharing type agreement with them.
The county has planned 2 public meetings in the coming weeks. As Sarasota County plans to build a new library in Venice, the city's museum and archives want space inside that new building. The museum is currently in a refurbished 1926 boarding house, and the director thinks it will be a good fit in that new library.
It's a cultural heritage center that will allow you to not only be able to go to the library, do your research, but then also be able to go back into your past.
The county hasn't said yet if they'll include the museum and archives in that new library. The old library was closed earlier this year due to mold. A temporary space is now being used in the interim in Venice. The Englewood Animal Sanctuary is a bit more crowded right now. The center recently acquired 10 dogs from a hoarding case in Henry County. The dogs have all been medically treated, and now many are prepared for adoption. The rescue center is hosting an adoption event at the Pet Supermarket in Englewood tomorrow morning from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Well, the Rays take on the rival Red Sox, and the rowing park hosts some elite athletes. That's next in sport, but first, here's Jimmy Kimmel.
We're proud to share a bit of what we did today.
We had a dinner with Arnold to tell him his line. What is it? Is it open up the door, there's a bomb in there? You want to hear a joke? I used to be the governor of California.
From meeting curious lemurs to feeding big cats and hosing down rhinos, there's never a dull moment. And sometimes these amazing animals chime in. Tune in to Animal Outtakes to find out what they have to say.
Hi, I'm Joan London, and if you're worried about your parent or a loved one living alone like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service. You'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information.
They had obviously researched every place, not just given me names. They found me a place for what she could afford, and it was magnificent.
We're now very confident that she's safe, and they just helped every step of the way, and I can't thank them enough.
So if you're struggling to find reliable senior living information, call A Place for Mom. This is a free service, and you can trust them to help you.
Call right now to get your free Senior Care Compass ebook. Find out about the 5 best-kept secrets on financing senior care and assisted living.
Call now, 800-290-0352. 800-290-0352.
The kitchen is where life happens. Minnesota Flooring now offers a wide variety of beautiful quality craft-made cabinetry to make sure the heart of your home reflects your style. Visit us today at our new kitchen and bath cabinetry locations.
Discover the biggest savings of the year on some of America's favorite vehicles during the Drive and Discover event going on now at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Get America's best value, a new Grand Caravan for just $18,999 or a new Dodge Journey for just $16,999. Stop by today to shop the area's biggest selection of Ram trucks and save up to $8,000 on your new Ram. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Now, sports.
In this stretch of 19 losses in 22 games, the only series win for the Rays has come against the Boston Red Sox, the team they face tonight in Boston. It was a back-and-forth matchup at Fenway Park. Fifth inning now, Evan Longoria ties the game with a single that bounces off the Big Green Monster. But after that, Chris Archer couldn't hold it together on the mound. Look at that. Boston retakes a lead with a run in the 6th. They tack on one more in the 8th. The Red Sox win this game 6-5. And Chris Archer now falls to 4-12 on the season. Oh, Ryan Webb wasn't out of a job for long. The relief pitcher and Clearwater native who was released from the Rays just days ago and now is with the Chicago White Sox. Webb had an ERA of over 5 before the Rays decided to cut ties. Cuba's national rowing team is practicing this week at Nathan Benderson Park. This is the second time the team has trained in Florida since relations were restored between the U.S. and Cuba. The team will compete in the Rio Olympics next month, then return here next year for the World Rowing Championships.
Con todo lo que nosotros teníamos previsto con los Juegos Olímpicos.
And they've been here for about a week in Sarasota. They say it's quite hot. they're enjoying the weather, but the team is doing very well in the heat to get acclimated to what they're going to see in Rio up there for the Olympic trials.
The team's main training center is in Havana, Cuba. He's the first Canadian man ever to reach the finals of a Grand Slam tournament. Milos Raonic knocked out Roger Federer today in the semifinals. The match went a full 5 sets. Federer was hoping for a record 8th Wimbledon title. Wasn't meant to be. Raonic plays Andy Murray in the finals on Sunday morning. Murray won his match in 3 sets over Thomas Berdych. As if competing in the Tour de France wasn't challenging enough, an inflatable banner collapsed on the cyclists today, blocking their path to the finish. It was a tangled mess while the cyclists tried to make their way through. Police on the course signaled to the trailing competitors to warn them. You don't expect that. Up next, your numbers in the lottery. Stay with us.
The all-new MySuncoast.com. Just another way we're here for you.
They care. They take the time to understand you, take the time to understand your case.
There's no better satisfaction to me than to see a client who is happy because of the job we've done for them.
It's really actually very comforting to know that there's someone that you've heard of and you're getting recommendations about that you can turn to when you have a problem.
I felt like I had a partner in this, and he was going to be by my side.
At Sunset Subaru in Sarasota, it's all about getting more for your money. More years, more miles, more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. Stop by to see our new state-of-the-art showroom today, and you can lease the most award-winning small SUV on the planet, a new 2016 Subaru Forester, for just $229 a month. Complimentary maintenance included at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Pomero Shop Furniture. After 66 years in Sarasota, we're still the leader in hard-to-find and custom-made furniture. We have literally thousands of fabrics and patterns to choose from, and our free in-home design consultation will help you create rooms in your home specific to your unique style. Our inventory changes daily, so come in today to see what's new. Plus, anything in our showroom can be part of your home the very next day. Pomero Shop Furniture, now with 3 locations.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Well, here's a nice way to end the week. Bruce Springsteen singing a duet with a 4-year-old fan. Jeannie Mose has the heartwarming story.
Bruce Springsteen can make even a grown governor clap, throw an air punch, and go into a trance-like state. But Springsteen also has a way with younger fans. Like 4-year-old Hope, it was beyond her wildest hopes when Bruce tiptoed up to her and gave her his harmonica at a concert in Oslo, Norway. An hour later, he came back in response to the sign her mom says Hope made.
The sign said, "Please, Bruce, can I sing Sunny Day?"
Bruce extended a hand, and next thing you know, they were doing a little dance on stage. Bruce then dropped the music and lowered the mic. Take it away, Hope. Hope told us her favorite part was when Bruce lifted her up on his shoulder. How did it make this little British girl feel?
Happy. I want Dad a dog.
Okay, it wasn't exactly like back in the 80s. When young Bruce pulled Courtney Cox on stage in the music video Dancing in the Dark. Now at 66, Bruce is older and his partner younger.
If anything she wants to say to Bruce.
I love you.
Despite rainy weather, this will always be a sunny day in Hope's memory. Jeannie Mose, New York.
I have seen him be very interactive with the audience. I've seen him try to body surf through the first section before.
There's a mosh pit there.
Yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah. Good for him.
Yeah, it's very cool. He seems like such a good guy.
He does seem like a nice guy. Aging well, too, 66 years old.
You're not kidding.
Yeah.
I wish I were.
Yeah, you're looking good, John. Good to see you. Have a nice night, folks. Have a nice weekend. See you on Monday.
You know what scares me? No electricity. Yeah, when this magical box suddenly stops working, I call the pros at Mr. Sparky and they send a superhero to save the day. How's it going, Pablo?
It's going great, Mike.
Pablo possesses amazing skill. He can perform incredible feats at blinding speed.
Superhero. Couldn't have done it without you.
Modest, too.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Just to be clear, I don't live here.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
If you have a suspicion for harboring prostate cancer, we have a way of diagnosing by using an exquisite instrument called three-dimensional color flow power Doppler ultrasound. Using this system, we can identify abnormalities within the prostate that you could otherwise never detect. The Dotoli Cancer Center is the only center in the southeastern United States which has this technology. If you have prostate cancer, we will find it.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.